What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. You know, I hate to keep harping on the same subject over and over, but there still seems to be some confusion about what people can and can't do with certain types of visas and visa extensions in Cambodia. Of course, I made videos about that before. You know, you can just look down my videos and see all the ones I've done on visa and visa extensions. But it seems like every time I do one, there's a rumor that pops up that freaks people out, and they start panicking about you know, what they can and can't do. It's kind of windy out here today, so I don't know right now if I'm getting any wind noise, but if I am, I apologize. But anyway, it is the 15th of July, and you know what that means, don't you? That means in just another 15 days on the 30th, it is my birthday. And we all know what to do for my birthday, especially my 60th birthday, right? That's right, you can donate. There are links down below to PayPal and Ko-Fi.com. And even if you normally wouldn't, because it's my birthday, now you have a reason to. And you can find those links in the description, or you can buy a book. Look at all the books I have for sale right there. You can go ahead and check out the link in the description for that as well. And yeah, buy a book. Donate a little bit. We get another $100, we're all set for the month. And how cool would that be? That would be very cool. Help me celebrate my birthday in style. I'll be doing a video on my birthday if we meet our goal there. Might even do a little meetup. Who knows? But be sure to get in on that by clicking those links in the description. Alright, so let me first start out by saying that yes, you can get an e-visa on arrival in Cambodia, and you do not have to get it in advance through the website, although that is an option as well. Now, I think where the problem came was it was an individual fault, not a Cambodian immigration fault. Whenever you're doing anything here, whether it's getting change from a restaurant or a store, but especially when you're getting, when you're first arriving, getting your initial visa or getting your visa extension, it's important before you walk away from the counter to make sure everything is correct. Somebody was saying you should not get your visa on arrival because you'll ask for an e-visa, they'll give you a tourist visa, and then you'll just have to spend more money to get that fixed and leave the country to get that fixed. But you know, if you're not paying attention, yes, that could easily happen, and I'm sure it's happened before, and I'm sure it'll keep happening. But before you leave the counter, just be sure it says E. That's all. They're going to stamp it initially as an e-visa, and then you know, that's good for 30 days, and then you go deal with your extension. But if you get it online beforehand, mistakes could still be made, and you will still have to check to make sure and verify it's good anyway. Plus, if you get it online, they're going to ask for extra documentation that they won't upon arrival. So you can do it either way, but I'm saying, in my opinion, it's more hassle-free and more convenient just to get it once you arrive in Cambodia from, you know, at the airport from wherever you're coming from. And someone else asked this again about, do you need proof of a return flight before you can get into Cambodia? The answer is no. No, you do not. Cambodia does not require Well, here's the things Cambodia, here's the things you need. Here are the things Cambodia requires for you before you can enter the country. You need a valid passport with at least 6 months validity in it. In other words, it can't expire before 6 months. You need $30 or $35 for your initial visa in cash, USD, depending on which visa type you're going for. $30 for the tourist visa, $35 for the e-visa. That's what you'll need. All of this other stuff people are always saying and trying to bring up, like, oh, you need somebody told me I needed a proof of return flight before they'll let me in. No. Somebody told me I'll need insurance, health insurance, before I can come in. No. That's not true. Don't listen to that. People are out there getting information from, like, 2010, 2011, they do a Google search, they go to a website, they don't look at the date of the article, realize that is outdated information. Or they go to web pages that happened during the pandemic when things were different, when regulations were stricter and some of those things were required. But as of right now, you need the money for your visa and you need a valid passport with enough validity left in it before it expires, and that's what you need. Hey, how are you? And speaking of the visa, we're going to talk about extensions now. I can't advise you which one you want to do. The extension you get is going to depend entirely on why you're here. And if it's anything other than retirement, you have several options. If you're just here to retire, if you're 55 years or older and you want to retire, that is easy. After your 30-day e-visa is up, go get your ER extension. Get that for up to a year at a time, about $300 a year, good to go. No problem, no hassle. Probably one of the easiest retirement visas to get in this part of the world. If you plan on going to work, though, now there are different options available for you. The first one is an EG. EG is the one that's also known as a looking for work visa extension. It's good for 3 months. You can only get it one time, and after that 3 months, that's it. But that will allow people who are here looking for a job. That'll give you that first month plus your 3-month extension. That gives you 4 months to actually find a job, find employment, if that's your goal, if that's what you want to do. That way you don't have to come here under your e-visa and get it within that first month. That might be a little difficult when you're settling into a new country. So that visa will give you 4 months, and then you can, once you find a job within that 4 months, you can change it to the EB, which is your ordinary business visa. It's the extension. That one you can get for, again, like the retirement extension, for up to a year for around $300. But if you have an EB, that means you are working. You'll need documentation from your place of work, and you will also need to obtain a work permit along with that. So keep that in mind. So retirement's probably the easiest one to get. But if you do plan on working or finding a job, don't let that don't make what I'm saying or anybody else that sounds like it's going to be a big hassle or a big deal. It's really not. It all depends on how well prepared you are. Do you have any leads for a job before you come here? If not, you're going to have to start from scratch. That's going to take a little longer. Consider getting that EG visa. Gives you that extra 3 months on top of your initial month to find a job. And once you get a job, getting documentation isn't a big deal, because your place of employment will have all that information. They'll give you a letter of employment and all that good stuff, which is the one that you'll need. Now, if you're coming here and you're not ready to retire and you don't want to teach, you're somewhere, you're one of those in-between people, the EG is also good for that until you can make up your mind, decide what you want to do. You know, like I said, that gives you an additional 3 months on top of your 1 month e-visa. So the EG visa can be used in many different circumstances. And if you do want to be self-employed, I would recommend you can get the EB visa and get a work permit of self-employment. Like if you're working online, or if, you know, you have an online business or something like that. So if you're not old enough to get the ER extension, the retirement extension, and you're self-employed, you can do that with the EB. You just have to request a self-employed work permit, which is going to cost a little more than a regular work permit, but you can still get it done. So yeah, there are options here for every kind of situation. And of course, if you're just coming here to visit, you get the tourist visa. Tourist visa is good for 1 month. You can get a 1 month extension on that, so you can stay here for 2 months on a tourist visa, and then you got to go. You know, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And if you do want to stay longer, if you have a tourist visa and you want to stay longer than that 2 months, you're gonna have to leave the country and come back in and do it all over again, because there ain't no more room for you after that 60 days. All right. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Alrighty, I think that about covers what I wanted to say. Remember, leave me a comment if you have any questions or anything. Maybe answer them on a future video there. Be sure to check out all my links down below. Don't forget to wish me happy birthday, send a donation. Those links are down there. Buy a book, those links are down there. Check out my other channel, that link is down there. All the other channels vlogging from this part of the world, those links are down there. Man, I got a lot of stuff in the description. All the things and the who-dads and the doody-wads and everything else. So check all those out down below. Alright, from Siem Reap, Cambodia, I will talk to you guys in the next one.